In this video, we're going to talk about the Flobe Merc, which is like the little brother of the Verve and the Era. It's got a hybrid camber profile to it. It's kind of one of those boards that's a beginner intermediate. It's someone that's not quite starting out, but they're still progressing through intermediate and needs a board that they can progress with. This board features Flobe's Easy Rock camber profile, which is a very mellow reverse camber between the feet, camber underfoot, and then flat out the tip and the tail. It's not as aggressive as the iRock, so it's a little easier to engage. It's not as pronounced, basically. So it's a little more surfy, a little more laid back. You notice it just not being as snappy. The best way to sum up the flex on the Merc is it's somewhere between an entry-level rental board and one of those jib boards with snap. It's got play in the tips where you want it, but it's still stable through the midsection. There's a decent amount of torsional give to really let you twist the board and drive it how you want. And overall, the stability is there underfoot. You might notice a little bit of chatter at high speeds, but it's not bad. It's a board that's designed for progressing on, so obviously I could push it way past its limits because I know what the fuck I'm doing. But for someone starting out, this is a board you're going to be able to progress with and not outgrow right away. By having independent camber zones, you've got two areas that you can load this board up with. It also allows you to be a little more laid back with how you engage the snap on this board. You don't have to aggressively load it up and you're still going to get good snap. This is a board that, for what it is, actually is poppy, and it's solid on jumps. Small to medium jumps, you don't have to worry about it. And that goes back to the whole idea that this is a board you can progress with and not have to worry about it holding you back. When I was riding this thing, I never worried about hitting a 30-foot jump. I just knew I could go do it if I wanted to. It's stable. It's got that platform to it. It's got the pop you want, and it's there. Most people starting out, they're going to be freaking out on a 5 to 10-foot jump, and yet this board can handle bigger ones. When you're just starting out, you want a board that's catch-free, and this is it. That camber profile really makes it hard to catch the tips when you're trying to butter. This is a board with a huge sweet spot, and I mean absolutely huge. And you can be lazy and just lean back or lean forward, get over the tail, get over the nose, and butter. You don't have to worry about it. And that translates over to how this thing is actually going to jib. That sweet spot locks into presses. If you're just learning how to tail or nose press, don't worry about it. You can just lean into it and you're good. You want to get sideways? Do it. This board has enough flex to cradle the rail. It's not going to buck you. The side cut on this board is very forgiving and it's easy to engage. This is a board that if you want to get it up on edge and stay locked in, you can. It's really good at tight, short, quick turns or long, drawn-out carves. It's when you're trying to rail a hard turn and get low and really leverage yourself that it will wash out. The tail will fold on you. But other than that, if you're learning how to carve and turn, this is great. You're going to learn the fundamentals that you need. It's easy to engage. It's not hooky at the tips. You're going to have that play between the feet that you need for driving. It's going to teach you how to independently steer with each foot. It's a solid board for progressing in case you haven't gotten that point across from what I've been saying in this review. But what other boards are comparable to it that you can also progress on? The K2 Ray Gun, the Yes Basic, the Arbor Formula. All right, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.